Well, hello, everybody. It's Coach Lois here for a special, shorter edition of Healthy and Wealthy and Wise. And if you guys saw the preview of this, we called this today Health Aligning Transformational Shifts. And in this special episode, we're going to really highlight, as we're heading into the holidays and heading into a new year, right? The New Year's resolutions, right? A lot of people are looking already at closing the door on 2022. And how can I be healthier, wealthier, and wiser as I reflect through this holiday season and kick off a new year? So I thought, what better person to interview this week? My friend, my client, my medium, who's done amazing readings and connective channels with my past loved ones, and Vanessa Lee, who is in Washington. And she's very intuitive. She's very aware. She's been on a healing journey for quite some time. And I wanted her to share her story today for inspiration and to give you guys hope. So Vanessa, without further ado, I'm going to let you take it away.
Thank you so much, Lois. I really appreciate you giving me this time and space to help share my experience with others so that, maybe through hearing my own experience, that it will lead you to your path to discovery and growing and evolving. So just a little bit about my background. I grew up in a family that has some really deep passive aggressive personality type wounding, victimization, and even going through my own experiences with my family. I did experience some very traumatic events, some of them through poor choices with relationships, and some of them even leading to some probably very intense trauma to the point of having really severe PTSD moments. And so that began my journey to search for answers because I'd hit my limit. I'd had enough of that. And through finding a really great coach with meditation, that led me to the path of Lois. And one more little tidbit I do need to share with you, that, and this is just my own experience, but with the health issues, because our choices, I've been learning, are what lead to our physical experiences, our environmental, all of our external experiences. And I found a homeopath that also helped me find a prescription, if you will, to help me unload the trauma in my body, because our bodies hold the memories. But that was really, really a big turning point for me. But here's where I will say that I've had just the most profound transformation of my life. I'm 48 years old now. It was November 16th. I was visiting my mom in Park City. That was my scheduled date to do this this moment with Lois. It was a coaching session. During that time, I really, really wanted that change. I was ready to be done with this whole thing. And in that experience where she was talking me through all of these moments that, with my ancestors, I actually felt and sensed my grandfather come in on my mother's side. And I literally felt him put his hand on my shoulder. And one other thing I do need to kind of let you guys know, I had this really weird little cyst on the top of my eyelid and then one on the top of my foot. It's what they call a ganglion cyst. It had been there for a long time. And doing the process, I felt this pop and I felt this filling up sensation all on my right side. And they say that masculine energy type wounds are all on the right side of the body. And that's true because I've had multiple health experiences on that side. Well, I felt this literal sensation of being filled and then balanced. And Lois can remember this, but my throat chakra, and my voice sounded deeper. I have this confidence now that I've never had before. It was just, it blew me away. It really blew me away. And since then, more wonderful experiences have happened. On the physical note, getting back to that physical, thing, the little bump or cyst on my eye and on my foot, they both literally went away like within a week of my session with Lois. I couldn't believe it, because it's one thing to say, oh, well, that's just a coincidence, but to go away at the same time, two of the same cyst on the right side of my body, I mean, there's no way you could really explain that, because it'd been there for some time. And when you look up what feelings are associated with cyst, it's usually anger. So I just, I'm so grateful for this experience with Lois. I'm looking forward to doing more with her, because since then, where I know for sure where things have really transformed and shifted is that even if I have a bad day, I am able to get back in alignment, realign my energy, and know that it's all about the vibration and the momentum that you carry of positivity. Being grateful is a huge, huge emotion, feeling, vibration that you want to carry with you, because that's what's going to take you to the beginning steps of what could be your change and your shift.
That's awesome. Thank you so much again for sharing that. And that was just so you guys know, what she experienced was a regression, a meditation, you might want to call it, where I helped her find the healing and the answers within her, because I don't have the answers for Vanessa. I don't have the answers for any of you. It's just more about guiding you back home inside of yourself to recognize, remember who you truly are, not what society says about you or your parents might have wanted for you, because you are a unique creation. You are your own unique being. And so I'd like to just reiterate a little bit, maybe go a little bit deeper as we go into the holidays, Vanessa, how important is not even the gratitude. That's really, really important. But we also we shone a light on the ancestral stuff, the things that were holding your family back that you inherited, right? That you were maybe not really fully conscious and aware of. And this is stuff that normally we just sweep under the rug, right? We don't talk about it because grandma didn't talk about it, or dad didn't talk about it, or this, that, or the other, because there's a lot of shame. There might have been, who knows, guilt, those limiting beliefs that we oftentimes don't want to feel and experience. But I helped you experience some of that, right? Also. So can you maybe speak a little bit more to that and how you believe that helped you heal or shift?
Yeah. So just a little bit of a background too. My grandfather on my mother's side, he's Japanese American, and he was also in the World War II and the 442nd. And so that whole lineage, just to give you a sample of wounds from that aspect, and what that means is that in our DNA, and this has just been my research and my exploring this, but we do carry the energy of our ancestors with us. It gets passed down genetically through our genes, through physical, developments of our physical bodies, obviously, but there's also the emotional components of that. And we don't even realize it. We're not consciously aware of it. We don't think about it. And to have my grandfather come in, and it helps that I have that intuitive abilities, because I'm very aware, and I knew he was there. But the more you meditate, you can connect yourself to your own ancestors and figure out what it is that you need to heal from in your family. But it definitely, I felt like it went back a few generations and cleared up some of that I guess that submissive and people pleasing qualities that I had. And now I feel like I've got the confidence to tell people, like, I I don't think I can take that on right now. It's too overwhelming for me. I know what my boundaries are, and I'm sorry, maybe later I can take that on and help you out with that. But knowing my boundaries now is really big, because let me tell you, with the Japanese, I mean, they and I'm not being, you know, discriminatory here when I say this, but and my experience of that is that we do tend to be doormats because we don't want to um you know tell people no, because we worry they will think poorly of us, or that we're selfish in some ways. But the most loving thing you can do for yourself and your family and your past and all of that is to put yourself first, so you can help move forward and clear those genetic lines for the future generations. That's big.
Yeah, and I hear you. I mean, I'm married to an African. Okay, so when you talk about genetic predispositions, and I'm German, right? So very determined, very stubborn, and then if that's wounded, oftentimes wounded masculine, right?
Yeah.
And we embody that. Oh my gosh, that's where I think that's the root cause of many addictions. I believe that's the root cause of many divorces, actually,
Yeah.
also in relationship challenges. A lot of times they say it's the money, or it's the health issues, or it's this, that, or the other, but those are just symptoms, right, of some root cause deep within us. And when you think about family tree, family of origin, I mean, it's in our blood, and the roots of a tree go and reach really, really deep down. And I think that's where most dis-ease, they say dis-ease runs in the family. It again goes all back to 7 generations back on both sides. Is what were they carrying that they could not heal, that they could not love and see and forgive and say, you know what, that ends with me. So I just want to acknowledge you, Vanessa, that, and this is all said with love and compassion. This is not generational curses are a bad thing. It's actually an amazing gift to be
Yeah.
the being in your family that decided, you know what, I need to understand grandpa better. I need to understand my Japanese heritage better. Like what was going on for them that may have been passed on to me that's causing my health issues or causing my money issues. A lot of times people talk about health and wealth goals for the New Year's, right? And a lot of people give up on them by February 1st because they're looking outside, yo-yo dieting, looking for the next quick fix or magic pill. So I'd love for you to, maybe as we start to wrap it up here, if you have any words of encouragement about people through this holiday season, their reflection time as they look to set New Year's resolutions, any advice based on your experience with me, and then just in general, how they could really truly help themselves with setting whatever it is that you want to share to their heart to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I could share with you is that I had a thyroid issue about a year ago, almost a year and a half ago. And at the time, I just thought, oh, it's going to take care of itself. I'll come back, and everything's going to be fine. But luckily, because I had that experience, my body was literally putting the brakes on me and telling me, no, you need to work on healing yourself. There is a reason you are literally have no energy to get up. It's because my body was saying, enough is enough. You have to look at this. You can't sweep it under the rug. You can no longer deny these issues. And so if you're willing to take a good, honest look at those things that keep appearing for you, things that are negative, things you don't like anymore, be honest with yourself. If you really want change, you have to want to change. And the moment that happens, you'll do anything to, start to take the actions towards that. And so that's exactly what I did. I was lucky enough to be surrounded by coaches like Lois. And, I'm looking forward to doing more sessions with her, because I'm still, we're all still a work in progress. There's always new things we can do to change and improve and become better than we thought we could. But my big takeaway for you is that I hope by me sharing my experience with you, like this is your step towards a brand new year, a brand new mindset. And, you know, I don't think the New Year's resolutions necessarily work. I think you're ready when you're ready. And this time of year, though, it's a really good time to do a lot of self-reflection. And so my hope for you all out there who are listening to this, that if you can take my experiences to heart, know that you can recover from anything traumatic, any negative set beliefs you have about yourself. It's just all about constantly being aware. You must have the awareness, catch yourself when you're, starting to go down that, negative Nancy road, and so that you can be like, okay, that, and when you do that, that's the first step to healing. So I wish you all, the best for this new year. This is a big, astrologically speaking, 2023 is a huge year for shifts and changes. So I hope as a collective consciousness out there, we can really change and move forward with ourselves.
I love it. I love you. Thank you so much for being here, Vanessa. And I just want to acknowledge my vision for 2023 and a couple announcements as we close. If you're a psychic, medium, healer, coach, creative, whatever title or label that fits you in that list, in that energetic space, light workers, star seeds, you are my people. I want to serve you to the deepest level, just like I served Vanessa, getting to those root causes of the things that may be holding you back, that you and only you with guidance can go tap into and find together with me as your guide. And I'm looking to help 1,000 people in 2023. I have a bunch of gifts for you today. I have a free class on Thursday. I will drop that in the show notes. I'll drop that in the comments. It's called My Mother-Father Wound, specifically focusing around not enoughness. If you have ever believed you are not enough, which happens for all of us, it shows up whenever you say things like, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money. The root of that I discovered is not feeling enough. And so we tend to fill up our lives with things, people pleasing, addictions, all of the things. And a lot of that came from our mom or our dad or their mom and mom, all the way 7 generations back. So Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific, I have a free class. Sign up. And also, if you enjoyed what Vanessa's experience, both health shifts, mental, emotional, physical, all of it is coming from that root of that spiritual from within. I am doing a 50% off by 5 one-on-one sessions with me, and get 50% off so I can help you rocket launch into 2023. As she said, it's going to be a very powerful year. We're in a very powerful waking up time, and I want to be there to help you with it, because no one deserves to do that alone. And we know that a lot of people are going through a lot right now. So we're sending you guys so much love. You can always email me if you have questions, info@loiscoffey.com. And if you want to hit the share button, because sharing is caring, especially right now around the holidays, as you've seen in the news, more suicides, there's all these things, mental health, and all of that is a passion of mine. So we really want to be able to share this message, because you never know, there might be someone else out there like Vanessa who's looking for some inspiration and some hope and encouragement. So until next time, guys, here's to your best health, your best wealth, and your best wisdom. Thanks again, Vanessa.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye-bye for now.